Hey guys, it's Andy here, back in 7 Days to Die to bring you another mod. This is my 9th or 10th try at trying to record this video, because today's mod I've been playing with meat, and I couldn't think of any good way to pronounce and say this, so screw it, let's just get on with it. As I said, this is a mod including meat. As you know, when you collect meat off an animal, it gives you an effect, a smell effect, which attracts the zombies to you. This is obviously not a desirable trait, so in order to deal with this, or to just create an interesting solution to the issue that's a bit of fun and just adds to the overall immersion of the game, I've added a couple of new recipes that you can use, and a new item, just to get around the problem a little bit. So, if I spawn in to DM mode here, and spawn in an animal, that's it. There we go. Kill it with a Kalashnikov like you do, and we harvest its meat. As you can see in the bottom left, it gives us a little indicator telling us that we now smell. So, if I now go into the actual menu, we've got 8 raw meat. So, if we use the search bar and type in simply meat, a few new recipes have been added. Bagged meat and potted meat. Now, the potted meat is literally you put a piece of meat in a can and it takes away the smell. Bagged meat, same principle. Put the meat in a ziplock bag, this is my new item, and it takes away the smell. So if we craft ourselves up a few of these, as you can see they take literally a second to craft, so it's very quick. So after you've skinned and taken your meat from your animal, you can quickly put it in a bag and get rid of that smell effect. The difference with the tin can is it takes a lot longer. It takes 15 seconds per craft to do it with a tin can. Didn't plan for this. The reason is that I'll set it off while I talk. The reason for this is that the XML files have changed quite a bit for A13. So rather than having craft timers for recipes, each individual component of something that goes into a recipe now has a time associated with it. So in this case, the raw meat has a time of 15 seconds. And this is the same. This obviously transfers into all recipes. Excuse me. So, for example, when you're creating a stew, you have 15 seconds of the total time it takes to cook one stew coming from meat. Another 15 seconds or so coming from the bottle of water that goes in. And another few seconds from the potato and the corn that goes in. So, if I start changing that time for meat, it screws up the recipes for everything else it takes. So, in this case, I thought it was best just to leave it to take 15 seconds. It's not ideal, but, you know, use the bags. That was what the original mod was going to be. The cans are a bit of an afterthought. So, yeah. So, as you can see, we now have a can of potted meat and some bagged meat. And as you can see, the smell indicator is gone. If we go to the character screen, you can see we have no active effects telling us that we smell anymore. So we've negated that little problem. Now, when you want to come to use your meat, what you have to do is, again, just type meat into the search bar and it'll come up with these 2 recipes for raw meat. As you can see, this top one uses 1 bagged meat and it'll give you 1 meat back. And the same for the other one, it just uses the potted meat. This process, you lose your bags, so they're not reusable. It'll be a bit unhygienic. And you lose your can as well. So if we just craft one of those up, you can see we get our meat back. And, same for the potted version as well. So yeah, very simple. But I think quite useful, quite novel. Adds a little bit of immersion to the game, I think. So yeah, that's my meat mod. I'll leave a link in the description for this individual mod, and I'll also have a separate link for my entire sort of working config file, which will have, as I go along adding more and more mods to A13, I'll have one config file with all the mods added as I go. So that way you've got the option of what you want to download. You can either have the individual one or the total one. One of the things, I have added these ziplock bags to the loot tables. This is something you'll have to do for yourselves if you want to download the individual mod. Obviously, if you download the complete config file, it'll all be done for you. But it will have any other mods I've added as well. So, yeah, that's it for this one, guys. If you like, you can leave comments down below. Let me know what you're liking about Alpha 13, or if there's anything you think that could be tweaked or adjusted or added in to make it a better playing experience for you guys. I'm always interested to know. Might be something we can do a mod on. So yeah, other than that, leave a like, subscribe if you like these sort of things and want to see more, because there'll be plenty coming out for Alpha 13. So yeah, that's it for this one, and I'll see you next time.